Hey guys, welcome back to Magic TV. My name's Craig. It's 9 o'clock and it's time for a mat test. This is one of the most popular videos on the channel. What is a mat test? Well, a mat test is very, very simple. I take a trick and I show it to my friend Matt. Matt works in my office. He's in the sales department of my office. A lot of people already know him. He's an actor, he's a singer, he's a musician. He's a really nice guy. He loves magic and he gets fooled very, very badly. And even though I'm teaching him how to do magic, and I am teaching him how to do magic, he still doesn't know an awful lot and gets fooled all the time. I find it very interesting when I show Matt magic because sometimes he'll love it and I'll hate it. Sometimes I'll hate it and he'll love it. Sometimes the other way around. It's kind of really interesting to get his opinion as a knowledgeable layman. I kind of think of him as a knowledgeable layman moving towards a magician. He knows a few bits and pieces. He's basically a layman. He is learning more as we go on. If you've ever seen the Matchumentary, you'll know that. And I show him a trick and I get his opinion. And today, I'm planning on fooling the pants off Matt. And the reason is I'm going to show him a trick that myself and Rylan reviewed recently on the Craig and Rylan Review Show. Something that we both really loved. And something that I've started performing on stage myself. This is called Blank Thoughts by Card Shark. Now, this is a gimmick deck made out of Phoenix cards, and it's pretty special. I love it. Myself and Ryland gave it a really good review. I gave it 100% and said that I've started working it, which I have, and it's so good I've got myself a second one. I love Blank Thoughts. So we're going to try this on the mat test. So without further ado, I'm going to play the mat test for you. You can have a look at the performance, have a look at what Matt thinks, and then we'll bring it back to the studio and wrap it all up. Matt, how you doing, Matt?
I'm all right, dude. You?
I'm good, man. Are you well?
I'm very well.
It's card trick time. Yeah. I know you like card tricks. Uses a pack of playing cards, obviously.
As they do, yeah.
And have you ever, you know most magicians, what they'll do is they'll have you pick a card. And then they'll try and find the card. That's kind of par for the course, standard stuff with playing cards, right? I'm going to try and do something very, very different with this deck of cards. I'm going to tell you ahead of time what I'm going to do. I'm going to have you think of a card from this deck. I'm going to make it vanish, which is different to making it disappear. And you'll see the difference in a minute. I'm going to make the card vanish from the deck. Now, you know as well as me, because you're learning a bit about magic, if I spread the cards out or riffle down the deck, there's a chance I might be able to get you to stop on a particular card or touch a particular card. So I'm just going to riffle it like this way. There's no way, if you do that I can cheat in any way. So I can just riffle through the deck, and as I do, I'm going to look away, just say stop.
Stop.
There. Can you remember that card?
Yeah.
And I'm going to, look, I want you to see. No control. I can say that to you now because you know what I mean by control. Is that fair?
Yeah, seems
like that's pretty fair, right?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm going to try and make every single card in this deck disappear. Other than your card. I'm going to make your card vanish. You ready?
Okay.
And you could have thought of any card, right?
Yeah.
You had a completely free choice. So you said stop any way you wanted to, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm going to make every single card in the deck vanish. Disappear, sorry. Big difference. Do you see the deck there, Matt?
Yeah.
Do you see the deck there, Jack?
I do.
Watch, if I just twist, I can make every single card in the deck disappear.
Hang on, what?
See, the first card's gone, the second card's gone, the third card's gone. And you know what rough and smooth is now. I want you to see there's no rough and smooth here. This is not rough and smooth. Every single card, I'm going to go through every single one of them. I want you to see they really have disappear. Every single card, all the way through. This is not some sort of weird optical illusion. It's not like cards are sticking together or anything. Every single card has completely disappeared, except for your card. Your card hasn't disappeared. Your card has vanished. It's a different thing. You see, what I did with every other card in the deck is I made them disappear. The ink fell away, leaving just blank pieces of cardboard, but they haven't vanished. For a card to vanish, it has to be physically gone. These cards are still here, they've just disappeared, but your card vanished out the deck. There's 51 cards here now, not 52 because your card vanished. What's interesting is your card, and remember, you could have thought of any card. You saw them going past, you could have had anyone you wanted to. You stopped on one particular card. I didn't control it. It vanished out the deck. It did 6 somersaults invisibly.
6 somersaults?
It did. It did 6 somersaults.
Okay.
And then it landed in the card box.
What?
Because there's one card here inside the card box. You haven't said anything. You haven't told anyone the card. You haven't written it down, but there's one card that's still a normal playing card. It just vanished out the deck and went into the card box. And that's the 6 of hearts.
Shit.
That's the trick. Do you think?
What the fuck, man?
What just happened?
That's nuts.
Isn't that
How
cool?
how do you make them just disappear?
They did, well, they just went. That's the thing. They all just went. Every single one of them. It's weird, really. I don't understand how it happens. If you work it out, can you let me know?
That's really cool. Visually, that's epic.
I'm showing you every single one of them here. I want you to see. It's not like there's 26 cards or anything like that. Every single one of them. As you can see. And you could have thought of any card. You genuinely could have.
Nothing.
Normally you have something to say.
I'm stunned. Visually, look, because you can see them and you're flicking through them, and they are all different. You can see that they're different. So it's not like they're all the 6 of hearts. He goes through them. I don't know how you would control a card. If there is a way of controlling a card.
I didn't control it. I swear on Ryland's life I did not control that card.
Nothing. I genuinely have no idea. Watching them all, you can see them all turn blank.
Yeah. Fronts and backs.
Visually, that's stunning, isn't it?
It's great, isn't it? Yeah.
I've got no idea.
No idea. No clue.
Not a clue. You could, and that's like, you could do that anywhere.
I did this, I've just come back from the House of Secrets.
Yes.
And I was comparing Ryland's show, and I opened the show all 3 nights with this. On stage.
I bet it went down amazing.
I had somebody just think of a card. I made the entire deck disappear, and I just made the card vanish and appear in my pocket. Every time. All 3 nights. Killed. It works really well on stage. Me and Ryland just reviewed it on the latest review show. It works for stage. It works close up.
What did he think?
Walk around. Huh?
What did Ryland think?
He loved it. He wants it. No, actually, he doesn't. He said he wouldn't do it.
Why?
But he doesn't do a lot of card magic. How many card tricks do you see Ry do?
His hands are too small.
It's not that. He can do most sleights, but he just doesn't like card tricks. He does, but he just doesn't. They're not really that interesting to him.
Not his thing.
It's not his thing.
Well, I like card tricks, and I love that.
It's self-working. No, I'm lying. If you want to make the deck go completely blank visually, you have to do a move called the pass, which you don't know about. However, you don't need to do that. You can just literally just cut the deck, and as you cut the deck, the cards go blank, which is what Ryland did when he performed this on the review show.
You cut the deck and they go blank.
Mm-hmm. Which is weird. It looks really good. It's like you cut the deck and you see a blank card, and then every card turns blank.
That's crazy. Who's done that?
It's by Card Shark, which is a production company in Germany.
Yeah, I know. Card Shark.
Yeah, so hence the Phoenix brand. The Phoenix brand are their brand of cards.
Visually, absolutely stunning. And it's got Germany on the bottom.
Mm-hmm. Of course, they make them themselves in Germany. They're not printed by the US playing card company.
Thunderbar.
Designed by Card Shark Germany. Printed in the EU.
Visually, that's stunning.
It's great, isn't it?
And I can see how it would work on stage. But close up as well. I mean, we're literally this far from you.
Yeah.
And whatever it was that you did, you can instantly, they just change.
Yeah.
Right in front of you.
I was right next to him. Like, I was just like, what the fuck?
Like, visually, that's stunning, isn't it?
Yeah. It's mad.
For anyone who's got this, by the way, the move I used was the Midnight Shift by Steve Drawn to do that. Because in the instructions, they just say, do a pass. So I used the Midnight Shift. There you go. I know that means nothing to you, but
Yeah, not that far along yet.
But there you go.
I think that's brilliant. I really like it. And the doing that, like, where did the other cards go?
They're here. They just turned blank.
I mean, they didn't. But where the hell did they go?
I'm just a cameraman, dog.
Could you do that standing up at a close-up gig?
Oh yeah, I did it standing up on stage. You don't need a table or anything.
You don't need any cover. You
No.
could literally, because I know you twisted a little bit.
Yeah.
Or was that just to do the move?
That was just so that I could get the move.
Oh, to the
For the
camera.
camera,
So
yeah.
you could have done that same move right here in front of me.
If I was doing it in front of you
You
here, I
weren't
would have
shielding
used something
anything.
using a classic pass, or we used a slightly different move. But
Right.
yeah,
I mean, to get that effect and be able to do it right in front of people, that's the kind of trick I would imagine at a close-up gig that you just.
oh, this will
do
kill.
time and
This will
time and
kill.
time
And
again.
this is going to be. I'm ordering a second one of these.
It's brand new.
Yeah, it got released during the pandemic, but it's only just gone into Murphy's as far as I'm aware, because it's just gone on the new list of all of the dealers. So I think it's been available through Card Shark for a little while, but I think it's now out in the open. Everyone can access it, and it's gone under the radar. And I think it's a shame because it's a freaking good trick.
I love it. I think that's absolutely brilliant. And if you're out doing like visually, I don't know. Technically, I don't know. You're saying it's self-working. Maybe it's not going to impress magicians, but that to me is very impressive.
There you go.
If a magician was to do that to me when I was out or whatever, that's sick.
There you go.
It's sick.
Passes the mat test.
Oh yeah, 100% passes. What do you think?
Mate, if I was you, I'd definitely fucking give it the pass.
Yeah, 100% it's passed. Yeah, that's absolutely brilliant.
It's awesome, isn't it?
The fact that it's in a strange card box. I know you were saying that
That's actually a
just
brand of cards.
a brand of cards from Germany. I don't know that. So to me, it kind of looks like it could be a trick deck.
Yeah, but to laymen, you're not going to think that. Laymen don't know a bicycle deck.
That's true.
I never thought I'd say this, but you're thinking like a magician, which is just ridiculous. But you are,
Documentary.
like, too late. There's so many different brands of playing cards.
That's true. That is true.
You know, when you bring a deck of cards out, how is that? Most lay people in the UK have never even heard of bicycle. It's not like
True.
they're commercially available in shops. What's the difference between bringing that out and bringing a bicycle deck?
No,
out?
you're absolutely right. Maybe that is because I've had a bit of a peek behind the curtain.
You are.
But to me, I was like, oh, it looks like a gimmick deck because it's not a bicycle deck.
Yeah. Well, it's Phoenix brand. A lot of magicians swear by this brand
Right.
and will only use this brand.
Because they look a little bit bigger than normal playing cards.
They're not. They're the same size, and they've got a very similar look to them. But yeah, a lot of people will just use Phoenix. They prefer Phoenix to any other brand of card.
Okay.
It's just a deck of cards that you can buy.
Every day's a school day.
There you go.
I wasn't aware of that. But yeah, that was the only thing that popped into my head was that it looks like a gimmick deck because it's not a bicycle deck. But if what you're saying is true, then that isn't an issue either.
Yeah,
And you're right.
And to be honest, if this was an issue for you, you take the cards out this box and you put them into a bicycle box.
it's a bicycle box, yeah.
Because the back design looks so similar, nobody would even know. So if that was a thing, which it's not,
Which it isn't,
you just
yeah.
put it into a different case.
Yeah, no, that's cool. I love it.
There you
I
go.
love it. Am I allowed to look at them?
Sorry?
That's a no.
I don't know. We'll try something here. Take the cards. Have a look at them.
They're just blank.
Oh, there's one card. Oh, 7 of spades. Don't know where that came from.
Why is there a random 7 of spades in there?
That's actually for a different trick that I left in there for something else. That shouldn't actually be in there. Thank you for that. Sorry. Look at all the other cards.
Nah, stop exposing magic.
I haven't exposed anything.
No sign of the normal cards? No.
Well, no.
It's bizarre, right?
So where did the others go? Because you can't actually make them vanish.
Is Roland under the table? Did he nick him?
That little shit's knocking around. Isn't it? That's it. So, I don't know. They just...
Where'd they go?
I told you it's not rough and smooth. And I know you know what rough and
I know
smooth
what
is
rough and
now. This
smooth
is not
is
rough and smooth. Anything like that. Yeah, that's for a different trick. Thank you.
Okay, let me look at the cards.
No, we still don't know what happened. Roland, you want to learn?
I think that draws this mat test to a successful conclusion. There you go. There you go. Pass this mat test. Look at his confused face. I live for that moment right now. So there you go, guys. That's the mat test on blank thoughts. And you know what? I said I was going to fool the pants off Matt, and I did fool the pants off Matt. He had no idea what was coming. Now, what's interesting is the deck is gimmicked. I don't know whether you guys know how the trick works or not. Maybe you do, maybe you don't. The deck is very, very gimmicked, and it's made by Phoenix. Phoenix, by Card Shark. They're Phoenix designed cards. They do a fantastic job, and frankly, they've done a brilliant job with this. You saw Matt. I mean, it was my own fault. I had to give a little white lie to him and tell him that those two cards are part of a different trick, which he bought completely. But I should have took those cards out before I gave him the deck to examine. But the point of this deck is you can have them examine the deck. You can get them to spread through the deck face up and face down. And you saw Matt, he was spreading through the deck face up and face down, didn't see anything. Now, as I say, it's my fault. Those two cards that were in the middle, I should have actually got rid of those before I gave him the deck. Wasn't thinking. But still, and that's there's a lesson in that, which is A, think before you give the deck out for examination, but B, if you do have something like that, just blag it. Just go, oh, sorry, that's for another trick. They shouldn't be in there. I don't know how they got in there. That's weird. How did we not see those? Anyway, let's move on. If you underplay something and you make it unimportant, then it'll be unimportant to the person that's looking at them. Matt was desperately trying to figure out how the trick worked, and I gave him the deck, and he was spreading through, and because I treated those two cards with no interest at all, he just overlooked them and went back to the rest of the deck, because from his point of view, every single card had vanished in the deck. So why would those two cards there mean anything at all? In terms of the actual trick itself, it's incredibly powerful. I said in the review with Ryland that this is a really strong trick to do, whether you do close-up, whether you do stage, anything like that. This is a really strong trick to do. And you can see that. You can see that from the reaction from Matt. He had no idea, and he was fixated on the cards turning blank. Now, full disclosure, that uses a pass. It uses a midnight shift. You don't have to use a pass in this routine. If you go back and watch the review with Ryland, you'll see that Ryland gives the deck a cut and achieves the same thing. You can cut the deck, but obviously, if you want to do a pass, you get more of a visual for it. I'll be honest, every single time I've done this in the real world, whether it be on stage or close-up, I have been using a pass, because I think that's the best way to do it, and I think it really makes the most out of that magical moment of the cards turning blank. But let's be honest, this is a really strong routine. It passed the Matt test, and it's not the cheapest trick in the world. I think it's like $80. It's not cheap, but it is something that's really, really strong, and definitely something that you guys should consider checking out. So there you go. That's Blank Thoughts. It definitely passes the Matt test. So there you go, guys. That's another Matt test in the bag. Do me a favor, let me know what you think in the comments down below. Now, you want to see more videos like this, like the video, subscribe to the channel, leave a comment down below. You want to see something else on the Matt test, again, let me know in the comments down below. And if you haven't already joined the NETRIX, please do so. The URL is www.thenetrix.com. That's www.thenetrix.com. You can get access immediately and see what all the fuss is about. Cancel any time, although we've got a 0.06% cancellation rate. I will be back again next week. Thank you very much for watching me. I'll see you again soon. My name's Craig from Magic TV.